is Nurse Jay at Nursing the Truth, and I hope you have been watching my videos on the Anunnaki, UFOs over ancient Egypt, and the serpent gods, Ameriku. What is Ameriku? Ameriku is the initial version of America. Yes, truth seekers, the Europeans have done it again. Now, who is going to rise up and take the throne again? Only time will tell. So, we left off at the last Incan leader, Tupac Amaru. You know, I wonder if that's why I like Tupac Shakur so much. Changes? Have you ever heard that song? He was a truth seeker. Tupac, if you're out there and you're really alive, heads off to you, brother. Stay safe and keep up the good work. So, why feathered serpents? This religion that said was all over the world. Well, let's check this out. The obvious question then, truth seekers, is why would the native cultures call their home the land of the feathered serpents? Actually, the name should be interpreted as the land of the winged serpents, or even more to the point, the land of the flying serpents, which meant that the serpents had the ability and capability to fly. It's an easy analogy with the Egyptian winged sun, which in turn derives from earlier cultures going back to the very first civilization on earth, they say, as the Sumerians. But some doubt that the Sumerians were before the Egyptians because of the Sphinx and of the pyramids. But as I read to you yesterday in the Sumerian tablets, it said that these Anunnaki gods built these things. So, that is up for your own interpretation. Now, flying chariots and dragons were also common depiction throughout ancient Asia, making this a global phenomenon. Very true. In fact, in China, the dragon is a symbol of imperial authority. You know, the dragon festivals that they have. You know, it's very pretty. So, according to Chinese legend, both Chinese, the earliest emperors, and Yandi and Hongdi were closely related to Long Chinese dragon. And since the Chinese consider Hongdi and Yandi as their ancestors, they sometimes refer to themselves as the descendants of the dragons. Okay. The dragon, especially yellow or golden dragons with 5 claws on each foot, was a symbol for the emperor in many Chinese dynasties. And the emperor throne was called the Dragon Throne. Wow, scary stuff, folks. You know, you can go into your computer and look up the Ubaid period. U-B-A-I-D. 58 BCE, before the Common Era, not before the birth of Christ, because we all are Christ's. So, you will find a small statue of a reptilian Yes, truth seekers. 2 legs, 2 arms, and something of a crown. Holding her little reptilian baby. Or is it a hybrid human? You decide. We all have reptilian brains, the scientists say. So what are they hiding? And we shed our skin on a daily basis. So who has more of what reptilian genes? You decide. So the falsification of history. Got to know your historical facts, my truth seekers, so you'll have a leg to stand on when you fight for truth. History is the lie commonly agreed upon, says Voltaire. And Voltaire was friends with the aristocrats and all of our founding fathers. George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Paine, John Adams. And they all was saying that this religion was bullshit. And I did a video on that going to say that America was not founded on Christianity. So go look that video up, dear truth seekers, and you will be amazed. Now, what also is something by Michael Tessarion, which is a very good author, and I've read some of his books, called The Origins of Civilization. He says, we may fairly agree that the subject of history, as commonly taught, is one of the most boring of all subjects. However, the study of how the subject of history has been manipulated is surely one of the most interesting of all subjects. That's in his book, Astrotheology and Sidereal Mythology. The falsification of history has done more to mislead humans than any single thing known to mankind. Jean-Jacques Rousseau said that. So, why falsify history? If a reptilian species of extraterrestrials ruled the earth in ancient times, and your family was left in charge as their direct descendants, wouldn't you do the same? This information I have brought to you is from humansarefree.com. So, there again, I hope you have enjoyed this enlightenment video. So, as God Thought always says, when you search for the truth and you find the truth, let the truth set you free. Hotep and Ashe.